So why does Vipassana practices encourage us to practice equanimity directly? And does that mean that we should supplement Vipassana practice with loving kindness practice?
In Theravada Buddhism, we distinguish 10 kinds of equanimity. And if you do not realize that these 10 kinds of equanimity are different, then as you read about Buddhism, you will get very easily confused. Because one time it's equanimity, upekkhā, another time it's equanimity, upekkhā, but it's actually totally something else. So upekkhā that you gradually develop, Vipassana, is totally something else than upekkhā in the Four Brahmaviharas. We need to develop both upekkhā in the Four Brahmaviharas, but also we need to develop upekkhā that you develop through the 7 factors of enlightenment, bodhanga. 7 factors of enlightenment, that is sati, dhammavicaya, virya, piti, sukha, ekaggata, piti, sukha, ekaggata, sati, dhammavicaya, virya, piti, passaddhi, samadhi, and upekkhā. So these are the 7 factors of enlightenment. There you get upekkhā. But this upekkhā equanimity is coming out from the samadhi, from concentration. And samadhi concentration is coming from passaddhi, peace. Passaddhi is coming from piti, joy. Joy is coming from enthusiasm or energy, virya. And energy is coming from dhammavicaya, that's distinguishing of phenomena. And dhammavicaya is coming from sati, that's mindfulness. Whereas in the Four Brahmaviharas, the conditionality is totally different. Look at that. Their equanimity is coming from well-developed loving kindness, compassion, and altruistic joy. It's a totally different story. So we need to develop our equanimity, but also equanimity in the Four Brahmaviharas, which can be actually applied in all of the Four Brahmaviharas, is the understanding that all living beings are in the same situation. What is that same situation? That they all are dependent on food, that they all have to die, that they all want to be happy. With this understanding, we can radiate loving kindness to all living beings because we are all on the same boat. We can radiate compassion to all living beings because all of us, when we are in trouble, be it in the past, present, or future, we need help. We can radiate altruistic joy to all of us, including ourselves, because when we gain something, when we are successful, we want others to approve of it. And also in equanimity, we understand that all living beings, just like ourselves, enjoy and suffer the results of their past deeds. So in this sense, we take living beings as the same. We are equanimous toward all living beings. Hence it is called sattesu upekkhā, equanimity in beings. Equanimity in Vipassana is different. It is saṅkhāresu upekkhā. You've probably heard the short version, saṅkhārupekkhā. It is equanimity of formations. That means anything that has ever sprung up. Anything that has ever sprung up will have to cease. Whatever arises has to cease. And that's not just beings, but all of matter, all of mind. So all of matter, not just beings, everything, all concepts, all ideas, all concepts as thought by someone now or another time, they at one point are impermanent. They have to cease. In Vipassana, we understand that everything that's here in this world, that it is impermanent. And therefore, we are equanimous to everything. So, equanimity in the Four Brahmaviharas, sattesu upekkhā, is different because it's only limited to beings, to that what lives. Whereas equanimity in Vipassana is unlimited. It is for all things. And that's why we need to very carefully distinguish them. However, the sattesu upekkhā is very helpful for saṅkhārupekkhā or saṅkhārupekkhā. Sattesu upekkhā helps you to understand that all of us have the same problem. What is that? You're born, get old, get ill, die. So because we are all in the same, we all have the same problem, then when you observe the body or observe the mind in you, it will be very easy to accept the reality also in others. It is, for some people, it is easy to understand impermanence, unsatisfactoriness, not self in their body, in their mind, but not in others' bodies, others' minds. For example, for parents or grandparents, it is very difficult because they feel like, I don't have a problem, I can die. I'm okay because my genes will remain. Therefore, it's very difficult for them to understand, become enlightened, even though they totally understand it in their body and mind, because they still have their idea of self outside. It is not possible for them to get free from this delusion that everything is impermanent, unsatisfactory, not self. Loving kindness and this sattesu upekkhā removes this problem because you realize that all of us are actually the same. Instead of just loving your children or just loving your siblings or your parents or anyone or your spouse, you realize that you love everyone, including yourself, in the same way. So then as soon as you break the idea of permanence, satisfactoriness, and self in you, it happens to be broken in all.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Thank you, Bhante, for your